Hey, this is Steven with NorCal Screen Print Supply. In this quick video, we're going to use MicroRegistration on our Riley Jr. press to register a multicolor screen print. Stick with us, we're getting started right now. If you're new to screen printing or just looking to deepen your knowledge, please consider subscribing to our channel and checking out the other videos in the playlist. So we're going to go ahead and set up a black and red two-color imprint on a white shirt, and we're going to use our micro registrations. This particular press has XYZ micros, so X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to run through how we use these micro registrations to align your prints. First, we're going to start by printing black ink onto a white shirt, and we're going to print the black ink on white so we get a lot of contrast. So when we bring our other screen over the black ink, we'll be able to see our registration marks that we're printing onto the shirt, and we're going to be able to align our second screen without any trouble. All right, we're going to go ahead and flash this so it's not wet when we put our next screen down. We have our first color, black, printed on a white test print. We're going to go ahead and bring down our red screen, and we're going to get in here and look at these micros. Come along. We have our X and Y micro, and then we have our Z micro. So up here, if I adjust this micro, our screen is going to move out that way and back that way. If I adjust this micro, our screen is going to come out this way and back that way. And if I adjust our Z micro, our screen is just going to go back and forth like this. So I'll start by unlocking the print head, and then I'm going to go ahead and focus in here on this micro. And if I'm looking at the one on this side, I want to be adjusting the micro on the same side, right? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use this micro adjustment to get my horizontal lines into registration. So my horizontal line into registration. Now on this axis, I'm way off, but that's not what I'm paying attention to right now. Right now, I'm looking for my horizontal lines to be in registration. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our other side, and I'm going to use the other micro to get this horizontal line into registration, which is about right there. So now that I have my horizontal lines in, I'm going to go back over here and just adjust this one more time to get my horizontal lines in registration. I'm going to use our Z micro registration to move the whole screen over to bring in those vertical lines into registration. So this needs to come back towards me. I'm going to turn it clockwise, and we're going to bring it right into registration. So just by doing it that way, we're pretty close here. Our reg dropped right into place. First we did the horizontal lines, and we finished by doing the vertical. To recap, if I'm looking over here at this registration mark, I'm going to be adjusting the corresponding micro registration on the same side. And if I'm over here looking at this one, I'm going to be adjusting the one on this side. Now I'm going to lift up my screen and drop it again and recheck. I'm going to check my reg marks again. Occasionally, when you lift it up and drop it, they will come out of registration, and we're looking good. We're going to go ahead and run a test print. All right, so as you can see, we have our colors nice and lined up, our red and our black. There are no gaps in between the red ink and the black ink, and our reg marks are pretty much perfectly aligned. So This is exactly what we want. So if you use that method, it's tried and true. If you're having trouble getting your print registered, one of the things you want to do is go back and look at your films. Do your films line up perfectly? If for some reason your films are out of whack, your print's never going to be registered correctly. So look back at your films. Another thing I like to do if I'm having a hard time getting the print registered is just go through my off contact bolts and my print head. Make sure everything is tightened down properly. If you have like these tilt bolts, if they're loosened because you just forgot to tighten them up, that will create a big problem and you will have a difficult time registering your print. Likewise, if these off contact ones are loose, it makes it nearly impossible to register the print. And if the print head's not locked down all the way, your print won't stay in registration. Another product I want to tell you about is called registration tape. This is kind of another method of getting your print into registration. The way this tape works is you go ahead and print your black, your first layer down with your reg marks, and then you lay the tape over it. Then you print the red on top of it, and if it's not quite into registration yet, you wipe the ink off, adjust the micros, and try it again. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. So as you can see, we used registration tape and it works great. If it were not in alignment, I'd go ahead and adjust the micros, get it into alignment. And basically what this does is just save you a lot of test prints. You can peel the tape up or cure the ink onto the tape and then dispose of it that way. I don't use it every time. I only use it if I'm having a difficult time getting the print registered. Maybe you have your own way of registering that's different from this. Leave us a comment below and let us know. We hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.